I think people really understood that many of the behaviors and reactions that people who've experienced trauma demonstrate, that providers, practitioners, educators find really difficult and challenging, are actually based in changes in the brain. It would transform their practice.
You are going to be able to talk to doctors and to nurses and speak with authority and proficiency around issues of the neurobiology of the brain.
There's just a whole lot of attention to trauma right now. The studies around the adverse childhood experiences, also called ACEs, we have a lot of information that lets us know that trauma is very prevalent in the lives of folks we work with.
In 5 short sessions, we cover an incredible amount of material, from everything starting with the neurobiology of the brain to some practical tips for how you might serve people who've experienced trauma.
This gives you the opportunity to really go deep into that material and understand in a very practical way why that's important. What is it that you need to know as a human service provider, as a medical professional, about trauma and how it affects not only the services that you provide, but the way in which individuals that are coming to us for services who've experienced trauma are able to use those services.
We use features such as the chat box. We also open up the phone lines for people to talk so that we can hear what you all are thinking about all of this. So there's lots of opportunity to ask questions, to pose issues that you're dealing with and get feedback on.
I've worked for more than 15 years in the field as a provider, and almost all of my work has been with men, women, children, and families who've experienced all different types of trauma. So I bring that very practical experience to my teaching. I also have a background in research, and so I bring that ability to translate what we learn in research about trauma to the very realities that practitioners face.
I'm a practitioner, I'm a researcher, and I'm an educator. I've been working in the field of intimate partner violence or domestic violence for about 15 years. I've worked in domestic violence shelters. I've done crisis counseling in that area, worked on issues of affordable housing.
We're also going to be talking about practical ways in which practitioners and providers, frontline caseworkers, anyone who works in human services or medical settings can take this information about how trauma affects the brain and put it into practice.